Where two great rivers come together in the shadows of the mighty Rocky Mountains lies the city of Pueblo, Colorado. Known in the 1840s as Fort Pueblo, an outpost on the wild western frontier, it's now a blossoming community of more than 100,000. Declared the home of heroes by Congress, Pueblo proudly hosts the annual National Medal of Honor Day. With help from Johnson Controls, Pueblo City, County, and Housing Authority leaders are making heroic strides, stewarding public trust, and conserving natural resources. For nearly 2 decades, Pueblo County authorities delayed more than $8 million in needed maintenance to facilities that included the historic 100-year-old courthouse, built to compete with Denver as Colorado's state capital.
So instead of replacing compressors, replacing motors, we've put Band-Aids on them for years and years. We've just kept them moving and rolling, but it really hasn't been effective or efficient.
Tapias feared the deferrals were permanent, but Johnson Controls helped the county identify major improvements in 26 county facilities that could be funded through performance contracting. In effect, savings that were generated helped offset the cost of the improvements.
We were able to get significant energy savings, and when I say significant, I mean $300,000 of energy savings the first year alone. At the same time, we were able to invest in these buildings to ensure they're going to be around for another 100 years.
Aging furnaces and air conditioners were replaced. Energy-efficient lighting was installed. So were water-conserving bathroom fixtures.
We got major infrastructure complete without having the capital outlay that any project that we would have undertaken on our own would have had to have happen.
The improvements also helped the county cope with dramatically rising utility rates while lowering equipment and maintenance costs. Financial benefits are estimated at $5.85 million throughout the 15-year contract. In addition, carbon emissions are reduced by more than 38,000 tons over the same period. Over at the city of Pueblo, rising utility rates also made energy costs a major priority, especially at the Pueblo Ice Arena, the city's second largest consumer of electricity. With help from Johnson Controls, the city identified energy efficiency improvements that could be funded under a performance contract, generating cost savings that offset the costs of the improvements themselves.
We were trying to accomplish making this as energy efficient as possible. And the other thing we were trying to accomplish is try to provide the public with the best ice arena possible.
A performance contract made it possible to upgrade lighting, HVAC, and water fixtures, and make other improvements in a number of city buildings.
What to do is we had a lot of building items that we didn't necessarily have the funding to address, and in one large project we were able to address multiple issues within multiple buildings. If we would have tried to undertake this with our own finances, it would have taken us years and years to get to this point.
At the ice arena, new lighting upped the rink's visual appeal, while better temperature controls, new air conditioning units, and other improvements created a much more energy efficient and comfortable venue. The result, a substantial increase in use of the facility.
It just puts us up to how an ice rink should look. You know, the visual effects of what they did is huge, but the stuff behind the wall is the utility upgrades, the efficiency upgrades that, like I said, are huge. You know, we won on both sides. You know, cosmetics and utilities, we won on both sides.
Overall, total financial benefits of improvements to Pueblo city buildings are projected at $2.32 million over 15 years.
If you select your projects properly and really look at what you can do from an energy savings standpoint, it's something that I think communities should try, because obviously You know, it's going to save you money, and it's going to give you ability to finance items that in your normal general fund, you're not going to have an opportunity to do.
For the Housing Authority of the City of Pueblo, the priority is making people more comfortable in their homes. The Housing Authority manages 901 housing units throughout Pueblo, providing public housing and rental assistance to low-income families and individuals, including at the restored Vale Hotel.
That's our motto, to provide decent, safe, and sanitary living quarters for the folks that we serve. However, it needs to go beyond that. In today's economy, energy and the cost of energy becomes really a hardship on tenants and ourselves as well.
Led by Johnson Controls and funded through a performance contract, the Housing Authority undertook the most ambitious renovation effort in its 60-year history. Improvements included new refrigerators, stoves, air conditioners, and lighting. Heating systems were upgraded, drafty leaks were sealed, and water-conserving toilets and faucets were installed.
It showed us a way that we could conveniently, without hurting our current budgets, afford to do the amount of work that we needed to do, both for the tenants and for the Housing Authority as a whole.
The improvements helped the Housing Authority get a handle on rising utility costs, reducing water use alone by more than 21 million gallons a year. Overall, the financial benefits are projected to reach $6.5 million over 15 years, and carbon emissions are expected to be cut by more than 15,000 tons.
You know, we're talking about saving money, we're talking about the Housing Authority saving money, tenants saving money, the comfort level of everyone. But truthfully, I think we all have to be a part of energy conservation and what we do globally.
Key to all three projects was the use of local contractors.
The people that utilize these facilities, the people that walk through these doors, the people that walk around and are the taxpayers of these buildings, we're actually the ones working on these buildings.
It also is much easier with a local contractor if you have an emergency situation to get them here, and you're more of a priority to them. And obviously it helps the local economy because it pumps the dollars back into the local economy.
Dramatic improvements to the efficiency of public buildings, more comfortable surroundings for the people who use them, good stewardship of public money and natural resources, local job creation. In Pueblo, Colorado, America's home of heroes, it's what happens when responsible, forward-thinking public officials partner with Johnson Controls.